Hey guys, welcome to Energy First Golf. In this video, we're going to talk about the first step of a downswing. Really, when we talk about downswing, there's 4 different steps. So it's going to be a series of 4 videos, and this is the first one. So when you lower your body, when you load your body and you coil from your hips and your core, and this is called the top of the swing position. On the downswing, the first movement, it's called weight transfer. A lot of people call it weight transfer, weight shift, or the bump. So in this video, we're going to tell you what you need to do and what not to do. All right? So the first movement, once I get to the top, the first movement, I'm going to weight transfer. Weight transfer means I'm going to clear my hip to the left. But when I say left, it really means my left hip, it's leading the movement. My left hip, it's leading the movement. And also, I will feel my body weight once I weight transfer or the bump. I will feel my hip socket and my left heel, it's going to line up. When I say lined up, means they're on top of each other. Okay? Now remember, a lot of you would do something what I call a push off. A push off means a lot of you, because remember, when you play golf, if you're a right-handed player, you will have tendency use a lot of sensitivity that's coming from the right side. So a lot of times when you do a weight transfer, chances are your sensitivity, you will come to a point where you go, I'm going to push off from my right side. Remember, that's incorrect. If you push off from the right side, chances are you're going to slide to the left. Then that would not be a good weight transfer for downswing of a golf swing. In other videos, we talk about specifically why we shouldn't do that. But right now, we're just going to talk about the downswing, the first movement of a weight transfer. It means your hip, you will lead with your left hip, you will move your hip out of the way, and then you will feel the weight on your left heel, and then your hip's going to turn. Okay? And as you're turning, you will feel that your left toe is going to come off the ground a little bit. And you want to make sure your left knee stays in a neutral flex position. This is very important. You do not want to pop your knees. Means like that. This is very bad for your joint. Okay, I know there are a lot of professional golfers that do it. Remember, Energy First Golf, we're going to stay with the most standard way that you as an amateur will learn it correctly. This is extremely important. Do not pop the knee. Keep it in a neutral flex. What is a neutral flex? When you're standing like this is pop. This is a neutral flex. So stay in a neutral flex. Okay? Now what you don't need to do is this. Do not do a spin off. This is called a spin off. Means your hips is going to the back. Then that wouldn't call a weight transfer. Also, please do not do a slide movement. If you slide, that means your hips is going to come outside of your left heel. Then you will have hard time turning it back. Okay? So the weight transfer movement is really a singular motion, but with 2 motion. Means you will weight transfer but turn the hips. Okay? You move your hips to the left, heel and turn. Heel and turn. Okay? So please do not do this or do not do this. In other videos, we're going to give you a lot of fitness exercise that specifically addresses the fitness of your legs. all right? But in this video, we're just going to give you the outlook, the most generic way of looking at weight transfer, okay? Now, there's a lot of misleading terms like push off from the ground or squatting down and coming up. In other videos, we're going to address a lot of the myth, okay? So in this video, we talked about weight transfer. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Click here to subscribe to our channel. If you want more Energy First Golf instructions, I will think these two videos you will find interesting.